exposing the magic in every moment. Joshua Garis Photos is your partner in storytelling through stunning visuals. Every picture tells a story, and at Joshua Garis Photos, we make sure your story is unforgettable. From personal portraits to professional headshots, we capture the essence of who you are. Authentic, confident, you. We specialize in documenting life's cherished moments, turning events into timeless memories. Celebrate every moment. Stand out in your career with professional branding photography that speaks for itself. Elevate your brand. Don't just take a picture, tell your story with Joshua Garis Photos. A picture speaks 1,000 words. Visit us at www.jagarisfacephotos.com or call 475-434-0863. Follow us on Instagram at Joshua Garis. Book your session today. This is why you need PNN Business Solutions. Imagine earning residual income while making a difference. Let's get started. Join PNN Business Solutions as an account executive for Merchant Solutions or an agent for our 24-hour doctor telemed service with discount prescriptions. Picture this, a career where you earn residual income, help businesses thrive, and provide essential healthcare services. With us, you're not just taking a job, you're building a future. Imagine the freedom of working on your own terms, with the potential to grow your income year after year. As an account executive, you'll empower businesses with cutting-edge merchant solutions. Or as a telemed service agent, you'll connect people to vital healthcare services, saving them time and money. Plus, you'll have the support and training you need to succeed, and the satisfaction of knowing you're making a real impact. So, are you ready to take control of your future? Contact us today at 862-237-3430 or visit pnbusinesssolutions.com. Your legacy starts here.
Welcome to Phoenix National Network, where we embrace diversity and unlock success with FOQS. Today, I want to share something incredibly vital to Phoenix National Network Business Solutions of America. It's what drives our success, our core values summed up in one powerful word, FOCUS. That stands for faith, opportunity, communication, unity, and strategy. These pillars aren't just buzzwords, they're the heartbeat of everything we do. Let's start with faith. It's not just about believing in a higher power, although that's crucial. It's about having faith in our purpose, our mission, and in ourselves. When we have this unwavering belief, it propels us to achieve greatness. We trust that every challenge is an opportunity wrapped in disguise. Speaking of opportunity, it's all about seizing the moment. Carpe diem, right? Opportunity is knocking all the time. We just have to be ready to open the door. It's about recognizing the potential in every situation and taking bold steps to make things happen. Next up is communication. Clear, intentional, constructive, and compassionate communication is the glue that binds us together. It's not just about speaking, it's about truly listening, understanding each other's perspectives, and communicating with empathy. This creates a culture where ideas can thrive and innovation can flourish. Unity is our fourth pillar. It's about integrity in relationships. We don't have to agree on everything, but we do need to respect and harness our diverse views to align with our purpose and vision. Unity is about coming together, building solid and long-lasting connections. It's the foundation of a resilient, collaborative team. Finally, strategy. There's a saying, he who fails to plan, plans to fail. Strategy is our roadmap to success. Visions fail primarily because of weak strategies. Every detail matters. Crafting robust strategies is what turns our dreams into reality. So when we put all these pillars together, faith, opportunity, communication, unity, and strategy, we get focus. And let me tell you, focus produces results. It's what sets us apart and propels us forward. Remember, these are not just principles to hang on the wall. They are actionable values that shape our decisions, our interactions, and ultimately our success. As you go about your day, think about how you can incorporate these pillars into your own professional life. Because when you focus, you achieve greatness. Let's keep driving success together. If you'd like to know more about joining our team, call 862-237-3430 or go to pnnbusinesssolutions.com. Stay focused.
All right.
Oh,
Hello, Mr.
sorry, I
Oscar
wasn't
Cabell.
focused. Sorry.
You are funny. You are funny. Funny. Uh,
You're very
uh,
pixelated today.
I'm very pixelated.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, breaking up.
Maybe it's because I'm using my AI. This is my this is the AI version of me. This is not the real
AI
me.
is supposed to make it better. Just saying.
Well, oh, oh, are we at today? Is this how we're doing it? Is this how we're rolling today, Mr. Anti
You want a
Santa
compliment
Claus?
or you want the truth? It's up to you.
I want I want a compliment. I don't want the truth. Don't tell me the
You
truth.
can't handle the truth.
Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. We are here, and Oscar, and boy, we got a great program ahead. Well, we have, uh, as you all know, we are a Phoenix National Network. Um, and now we have developed an overhead partnership group called the PNN Business Solutions that is just doing phenomenal work. So that's what you see. That's what you see is sponsoring our show. We are putting it out there for everyone to know about it. If you're an entrepreneur and you're struggling by yourself, this is the network that you want to be a part of, and you're all are welcome. And we want to know you. We want to know more about what you do and to help you get to the goals that you need. All right. So, in saying that, Mr. Capel, been with us
I'm
since
the inception of
inception.
this.
Crazy idea. With this crazy notion that entrepreneurs can actually come and win at games.
Well,
Isn't that kind of
the
crazy? We act together no matter what. That is that's crazy talk.
there's a couple of things. I say you can take one pencil and snap it without a problem. It takes six pencils, put them together, and you probably can't break it. You probably could because you're a gym rat, but most regular humans can't. So it's that power of working
Most
together.
regular humans.
Everybody knows what the Brooklyn Bridge looks like, and everybody knows those gigantic fat cables are holding that bridge up. But if you cut that cable, you'll see thousands of little tiny cables inside of each one of those big fat cables. So it's that strength in
That's it.
numbers.
Just makes it. That's it. There is a strength in numbers and unity, working cohesively, not like challenging everything without a goal. What our group is that whether we agree or disagree, we don't let that stop us from working together.
Well, that you
and
need that. You
that's the
can't
goal of it.
you can't be. Yeah, everybody has. That's the best way to say this. Everybody's gotten to where they are through whatever circumstances brought them there. So they are pretty
Hmm.
much, this is the way life is because this is what's been surrounding me. It's one of the things that I get into discussions with people that live here in the East Coast versus people that live out in the Midwest. People in the East Coast like, oh, you don't need a gun. You absolutely not. Yeah, because you have a police department that's literally 4 seconds away, but you live somewhere where your
Hmm.
closest law enforcement is 2 hours away. There's a problem in the house. You got
That's
to
it.
take care of it. So, and it's like, well, everybody needs a pickup truck. Well, like, not you live in the city, you can't park it anywhere, and someone's going to sleep in it
Exactly.
in the bed. Like
Exactly.
everybody's like, okay, this is the way the world is. Like, no, it's not. So what we do is we
And
bring
like,
in,
especially with congestion
yeah,
pricing,
it's even worse.
like who thought about that? Who sat down and said, New York needs more
New
tolls.
York needs to screw their people even more than than what they already are.
That's all we need is more tolls.
It's
Let's
it's
make
government
things
doing the
even
best that
more
they do.
expensive.
Government being government. I know. I don't produce anything, but let me tax someone else that does. It's
No,
we're gonna be
no,
throwing tea in
no.
the harbor
It's
again any second.
just, well, I mean, no, they produce, there are jobs that are provided that they have to cover all these expenses
The
for.
only thing
But,
government produces is more government.
really?
That's it.
That is not, I disagree with you. And there we
All right.
go, down the
Name me
rabbit hole.
name me
Down
one
the rabbit hole
one.
we go again, Oscar.
All right,
Down the
here we go.
rabbit
I got
hole.
name me one government agency ever that said, you know what, our budget is too big. We don't need this much money next year. Go ahead.
Because they're always expanding and demands are always being made. Hey,
All right.
I
As
mean,
opposed to a business
all right, for
owner.
instance, if wait, all right, wait, listen, no, listen, like for the company that has to, which is a company, right? For the company that has to cover expenses, lawsuits because somebody tripped and fell and they're suing the company. You have to pay the insurance and you have to pay the this guy and that guy. And then there's the union, and the union says, hey, you know what? Everybody needs, you know, you had a cushion, but now you have to change your budget because all the demand that you change your budget. Right? It's not, I don't think it's as simple as, oh, I just want to raise my budget. I think in some, like that, and
Oh no,
but
that's right. That's yeah, that's for corporations as opposed to
I don't think everybody is like,
no, in
somebody's got to make money somewhere.
oh yeah, I mean, we're talking about business, but I'm talking about a government agency. If government agency, they have a budget. And here's the deal. They
A
have
government agency is a
no, it's
business.
not a
What do you
business.
think? What are you talking about?
It, a government
It is a
agency is not a
business.
business.
If you have employees and you have all these expenses, you still have to balance a budget, don't you?
Yes, but here's the deal. If
Yes. So you have to think of it. You have to think of it as a
yes,
business.
but when you're incentivized to not make that budget,
Oh Lord,
it doesn't
that's
work. A government agency that
I don't know.
hold on,
Fake
hold on,
news. That's fake
hold on. A
news.
government agency, look it
And
up.
listen,
If you fall below your budget the next year, that's your new budget. So if you save $100,000, they're like, oh, good. So you don't need that $100,000 next year. Let's cut your budget. If you go over your budget, they go, okay, we need to give you more money. So it's the incentive of business versus government is inversed. If you can save yourself $100,000
well,
next year,
if the funds are if you save the city a bunch of money, all that money does is gets transferred somewhere else.
where?
That's all it does because it's a government.
But each agency has its own budget.
Listen, man. Hey, listen. We all know. You know what? In our economics class, when I was in college, in our economics class, our teacher said this. He said, "We cannot assume that corporations or governments have a heart,
No.
because their prime is to control the of MONEY. Now, here's the thing. We talk, right? The 1% in the flow of MONEN, meaning they're in touch with what's going. They're connected to the people who are doing it one way or the other. Influences people, right? Put $5 million at your doorstep. I'm sure that, right? So it is the flow of MONEY that causes things to move in our system and our government. Now, it just so happens that everyone doesn't get uh, a portion of that, because the rich wants to stay rich and the poor want to get rich. And sometimes the poor wants to stay poor, because in America, there's some benefits to being below a certain budget. So some people try to maintain that, and those are some of the people that take advantage of that system. But that system is there also for people who want to grow and better themselves. So how do you please a few billion people, Oscar? How do you manage a few billion people? There are measures of control that have to take place, that is in the system. That system, you got to fight the system.
Oh,
You know, there are opportunities in that system that benefit people who are yours and benefit people who are, and that's the truth, because
I'm
you're both.
both.
You're W-2 and
That's one of the things I
you're
tell people I should have had that like on hand.
I'm both. You're both. I'm both. We know what the deal is.
And the book basically says if you don't start your own business, you're out of your mind because everyone in this country has a business partner. It's called the government, and the government is your business partner. That's what all those taxes that are taken
Mm,
out of our paycheck at the end of the week are. Like your partner says, you worked really hard. I need some of your money. So
mm.
if it's going to be your partner, let's make it a better, even partnership. Whereas if you own a business, a home-based business, anything you're doing, you tell the government, all right, partner, hold on. Before I give you your part, I gotta I gotta take out the part that I paid for, which is all
Okay,
right, I
but
got
wait.
money in.
Okay, wait,
I got
wait
money
now.
in, just
But
like
think
the
about
guy
it.
who's
Think
who's
about.
working 9 to 5, but I had to put out expenses that guy
Hmm.
didn't have to do. See, I had to go drive for meetings. I had to buy a new computer for my business so I can give you money.
Hmm.
So all those expenses you get to write off before the government gets their part of your partnership money. So that's why it's important to start a home-based business, write off. The office I'm in right here is a write-off. If I'm just a W-2
Right.
employee, I don't get to write off this office space. I don't get to write off the computer. I can't get to write off the mileage I use for business outside of a 9 to 5 job. So it's super important, especially now, to have some sort of income coming in that has a tax advantage that you wouldn't have just as an employee. And it's hard to get that
Absolutely.
for people to understand because they've been indoctrinated in basically the Rockefeller school system, which is we need to pump out employees. So that's again, that's what we've been
Well, I
taught our
think
whole
no. I
life.
think every. I think I don't think everyone. Just to show you how the variety, we got several billions of people in the world, so everyone cannot be an entrepreneur.
No,
Somebody's got to work for somebody. Somebody has to work for us, Oscar.
yes,
Right? I mean, Like,
We
we
need to
need
we need to pay them
employees,
more.
right? And we thank you, and we thank you for being an employee or an employee, But in order for anything to kind of really function that way, but think about it like this: everyone can business,
Hmm.
but everybody won't do a side business. Not that some people just want to work. I met this guy the other. I said, so basically, a third of your paycheck. Now he's single, so he has no kids to claim, no house to claim. He has nothing. He is just paying rent. So all of his everything in his life,
So he's a government cash cow.
basically, basically
He's got no
everything,
write-offs.
everything is nothing. He's got nothing. He's got nothing. But you have three jobs, and you're paying taxes three times out of those three jobs. No, you can't write anything off. There's no expense to write off. All you're doing basically is paying out more
So
taxes.
you basically have three jobs and getting paid for two, because the third one is all going to the government.
But here's the thing. Here's the other part of it. Once he breaks a certain, once he breaks a certain price bracket, I mean pay bracket, right? If he starts making over six figures, or you know, and he hits a certain amount income wise, gross income, that tax, the taxes he has to pay goes up.
Right.
So they take
Yes.
more of his little kiddie pool. And so it's a rat race, right? He loses one of those jobs, he's in debt. He loses two of those jobs, he's on the street, which causes him to lose the
Third job.
other job. Or if he gets injured on one, it's like now he has to struggle to maintain all these bills with um, three quarters of his paycheck from each of the jobs, right? W 2 is good. It's good to kind of get that stable. I know a lot of people who do well with W 2, but if you think about it but here's the thing, they do a lot of other things as well. I don't know anybody now that's doing just one thing. People who are smart enough to make six figures know that they got to spread their investments out more across the board. Their 401ks, they got to, stock investments, ETF investments, they got to spread their money out.
Just as you said that, I'm checking my crypto. Doing good. Okay.
Hey, hey, I think I heard through the grapevine that Bitcoin is making a comeback, huge
That's great.
comeback this
Great. What,
year.
what's
Yeah, I heard
what's
this year
Bitcoin used
Bitcoin.
for?
I have no idea. You know, I was well, some countries are translating it into their main currency. But I don't think I like the idea of all my currency being digital. I don't think that's a good idea.
There's two
I want to be
things.
able to touch. I want to be able to touch my money sometimes, like see a dead president on my money. It's like, hello, George. How are you doing, George?
The only problem with digital, well, a couple of problems. One problem is the bank controlled digital currency,
Mm,
central bank digital currency, CBDC, which
hmm.
means the central bank controls the currency, which means if you're a bad boy, they shut off your money, like they did in Canada. They did that in Canada without this, without the CBD. Just the bank said just close your bank accounts. So with a CBDC, the Fed, who by the way is not a federal agency, it's a private company that was started up under Woodrow. joined under Woodrow Wilson, um, is basically just printing fiat money, and there's nothing backing it up except for the full faith and promise of the U.S. government. So
hmm
to have them able to just shut off your
And I mean,
money
it's
at
insured.
will,
There's a lot that went into that because I was watching a video the other day about how the currencies became, you know, how that formation was made because banks kept shutting down before that, and people. That's when you had people running to the banks when they hear something bad happens, and everybody wanted their money out of the banks when the banks already invested their money into other things, right?
they didn't invent
Um,
they made it up out of thin air. There's fractional banking, which is the biggest pie. If we did it, we'd get arrested immediately. Fractional lending is you give the bank $1,000. You deposit $1,000. They say, you know what? We can lend out $10,000 now because you deposited 1,000. Like what? Yep, we can do that. Do they lend out any money? No. Nobody goes with a pile of, $1,000. It's a data entry. So I need a loan for a house.
mhm.
Okay, there you go. $500,000 loan. Does someone show up with a pile of? No. It's a number on a computer. It's all smoke and mirrors, and
So,
there's
so
nothing
wait, what
backing
happened
it
to
up.
that? What happened to the box of cash that somebody dropped off at my doorstep? I mean, I applied for a loan and they dropped off a box of cash.
That
I don't
was,
know.
that
Was
was
that from?
Ricky. Ricky still works in cash. Yes, that's when they're saying no. He's saying
No,
yes.
but no. Okay, everybody knows. I don't. I know. I'm not going to assume everybody knows, but most people do know the value of cash is basically
It's fiat.
right because we add that gives value to money. Right. The moment we say that dollar isn't worth anything and nobody uses it for anything, it becomes
That's
nothing, becomes a
that's what
piece of
happened in the
paper,
Weimar Republic.
right? But because we want
They needed a wheelbarrow
that,
of money to buy
that's
bread.
but you know,
That's the Weimar Republic
yeah.
in
But
before Germany.
here's oh
Yeah,
really?
the Weimar Republic.
I didn't know that. Good to know. Good to know.
Their money collapsed, and they needed a wheelbarrow of money to buy a loaf of bread.
So we have to say, well, let's just add this. We're not financial experts, and we're not economists. We're just having a discussion on world stuff that affects all of us. So throwing that out there, putting that in the box. But you can research what we're saying and let us know too. Give us some feedback as to what you think about the conversation. But before we go any further, we're going to play one of our sponsors' ads, one of our partners' ads for the Phoenix National Network. So here we go.
Here are 3 things you need to know about our gift lines and gifting programs. Imagine never missing an important celebration again. 1. Designed to impress. Our gifts are designed to match your recipient's tastes, likes, and hobbies. 2. Free gifting. We take care of your order from selection of your occasion gift to timely delivery. We handle everything from our first chat. 3. Cost effective. We save you money. We offer friendly budget gifts to our exclusive luxury line. Reach out to me by calling or text 914-707-0192 or get some inspiration on our website www.uniquecorporategifting.com. We want to support you and make every celebration effortless and unforgettable to your clients, friends, and family, and make you look like a superstar.
Well, that was Miss Nancy Stingone. And you could reach her definitely through our website. You'll be able to see it right there on the bottom, pnnbusinesssolutions.com. And Uh, yes, Oscar, you've said that several times already. Understood.
Let me let me see if I can I share a screen for a second.
Hmm?
Can I share the screen?
You can share a screen for more than a second. What are you going to play? What are you playing? Do we own it and play? What's going on?
Let me see if can you see that?
Here we go. Yeah. Wait, one second. One second. What's this? Oh, yes.
That's what
Ooh.
happened in the Weimar Republic in 5 years. Hyperinflation from 1914 to 1923.
Wow.
So one gold mark is the equivalent of
Hmm.
1 trillion paper gold marks by the end of the of those 5 years. So that's when you devalue your money to the point that you need a shopping cart full of money to buy a loaf of
Has
bread.
no.
Yeah,
Wow. So if we make money digital and that happens,
it's well. Here's
eggs
the deal.
at the store,
It has to be linked to a gold standard or a gold like Nixon took us off the gold standard. That's why inflation went crazy under Nixon because that
but the,
print money.
wait, 1 second though. But the upside of that is a millionaire.
Yeah. Well, listen. When I was a kid, I remember I could
Oscar
go to
was
the store right with $1 and come
mm,
back with milk, bread, potatoes, tomatoes, and probably something else. And you can't do that now. You know why?
why?
Security cameras. The damn things you cannot get away with going to the store with $1 and coming back with all that stuff. Damn. Otherwise, they were great times back then. Don't you know when I'm setting you up? It's
But no, it's sad but true. You remember going into just recent years, COVID. Before COVID, you could walk into the supermarket with and come up with bags of groceries. Now you go into the store with $50, you barely come out with a bag.
and that's if you can find any eggs.
You know, eggs are like eight. But we just got a friend of ours sent us a text. $8 a dozen, $8 a dozen. So I know, and I'm thinking of going going back to this place to pick up a few eggs. Don't look away. I'm looking straight at you, Oscar. I'm looking straight at you. So just realize if I come to your house, I'm coming there with $5 for a dozen eggs. Hens or roosters? I just want to
No
make sure
roosters.
because
No, no roosters are useless.
again, we're very good.
All they do is make
Yeah,
noise in the
they're
morning.
basically
That's it.
they just want to start a fight.
That's it. They're there to start a
What's
fight.
going on?
Yeah.
You know,
Look,
they just want to
speaking
start a
from
fight.
as a guy who's been attacked by a rooster, yes, I know exactly what it is. Yeah.
So anyway, guys, we would love for you to reach out to us. Go to pns.com or pnn uh, .com to find out more, and also to be interviewed here on Focus on You. Send read.pnn.gmail.com. All right, at gmail.com. Yes, I did say
Yes, you did.
Gmail. It's not .gmail. It's .com. All right, we do. And if you like to hear how we talk about stuff, let us know. Put us in the chat. I know we're on Facebook, Twitch, Instagram right now, YouTube, wherever you are. Say hi. We love that. Thank you so much for watching. See you again next week. Peace out, Oscar.